with the viewers of the tube. I see Kevin in Australia from down under. Thank you very much, man. An Australian $50 tip to start out the episode. Kindly thank you. And I don't know if YouTube's playing it. Yeah, so if YouTube didn't play that, I want to kindly thank Kevin in Australia for his very generous Australian $50 tip. You're awesome, man. Yeah, so welcome to Chico Crypto, everybody. The live stream Saturday. Gonna be a good one, because I'm sure you saw the title, Airdrop, December Mania. One now, two coming soon. And yeah, if you haven't heard, there is one right now, and it was worth more than a PS5. I don't know if it's still there, as people start claiming and selling, a lot of sell pressure, of course. But yeah, we'll talk about that one, which you guys can claim right now. But first, let's talk a little bit about the Bitcoin price. So, Bitcoin back hanging above 19,000. 19,100, hanging around there. And we got to talk about my haircut. Oh no! There goes my light. I'm sorry, guys. I caught it. So yeah, we got to talk about my haircut. I'm sure the light changed a little bit, but we're good. So when Bitcoin hits 20K, I'm going to be cutting this hair. And we've talked about what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making a wig with the hair. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the wig. If I'm going to keep it so I can wear it when the bear market returns. If I'm going to auction it off. Maybe raffle it off. Different thoughts. But I am going to get a full wig made of it. So tune in for that. And it is going to be a live stream when we do crack 20K. So people are asking, you know, is it when we actually just crack 20K? I mean, and that already happened on some exchanges, like this Whitebit one, a few other ones. We did crack 20K. But no, I want it to just hang above there, you know? It doesn't have to, you know, be there above for 2 weeks or anything. But, you know, a day, you know, close the daily over 20K. And that's when it's happening. Bars D, what's up, everybody? DOT versus Kusama long term. Both solid holds. It's basically like Ethereum versus, you know, something like xDai, some of their sidechain sister networks. Of course, I would probably pick Ethereum over, you know, those, but there is a different value with Kusama because it is one of the first canary live economic consequence networks out there. Appreciate your tip, man. Deck Wreck, man, thank you for your tip, too. What's up, everybody? Any thoughts on the base protocol? No, I haven't looked into it. Appreciate your tip. Kuksak. That's a tough name. Kukotsu Tibor. That is just hard. Might take a look. So, yeah, haircut's coming, but we got to talk a little bit more about the price. You know, so it's been, you know, looking like it's going to crack 20K. But we are settling down. I think this month it's going to happen. So December we will probably see Tyler with a shaved head and still a beard. Because I am keeping the beard until 100K. So down here, who knows? Oh, dude, Womp. Womp in the chat. Happy Saturday, bro. You should buy some cover for insurance if you're going to break your equipment like that. Keep crushing it. I knocked down a few things. A picture in here, light, and almost my YouTube award with that. Lucky I caught. That's actually some cat-like reflexes, huh, Wayne? Wayne just gave me a high five. So, Outlook, you know, it does seem good, actually, because you did see the Coinbase, you know, hey, they're going to stop, you know, private wallets and everything. And Brian Brooks, he just came out and he said this.
Believe me, there's going to be very positive messages coming out. At the same time, it's a dangerous world out there. We have to be honest about that. But nobody's going to ban Bitcoin. Nobody's going to ban some of these transmission technologies. I think it's going to be a lot less bad than people will worry about.
Yeah. So I hope you heard that. But basically he's saying, yo, we're not going to ban Bitcoin or some of these technologies like Ledger, private wallet tech, P2P, like what Brian was scared about. See, and this is what I don't get. You know, is he a Trojan horse? Is he a friend? It's really hard to say, you guys. We'll see. I mean, we're going to see. But from his own words, it doesn't look absolutely terrible. Like Brian Armstrong of Coinbase and that tweet storm kind of made people think. Cozy, thoughts on Pi Network? No thoughts, it's crap. It was a multi-level marketing crypto scheme. And then this was pretty interesting. So, is he a Trojan horse? And he may be to take down crypto. Because if you look at global reserve currencies since 1450, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And number 6 is the US dollar. And it's been since 1920, fall of Britain. And, you know, it's been about 100 years. And if you look back through all of them, you know, each one lasted about 100 years. Is it time for the fall? So one final thing I want to get into before we talk about the airdrops is my Avado. So I am set up for Ethereum staking. My Avado came in. This is actually the Avado dashboard. Super slick, you guys. I mean, installing, you know, the beacon chain and all that, they come pre-installed. Getting them up and running, super easy. Key generators right in. And then they also have different dApps you can start running to actually earn too. You can run a Mysterium VPN node, Tornado Cache Relayer, and a few other things, as well as run your own different blockchain nodes. So super simple, you know, if you want to install it, it's just click and it's installing. It's not anything command lined, it's done, click, simple. And my deposit is in for my Ethereum 2.0 staking node. I'm waiting in line. I got about 6 days, and then I should be processing some blocks, hopefully, earning some rewards. And once that's up, I'm going to be doing actually a short tutorial on how to get set up with Avado, because I really like it. It's awesome. ENS broker. Any reason for the recent XRT run-up? Any thoughts? We're actually going to talk about that, ENS. Let me get into the airdrops first. Stay tuned, and I'm going to get back to you. Thank you for the tips, man. CLSLM. Bro, even Spanish crypto channels are talking about you. Who are the Spanish crypto channels? I'd like to know. Well, I'm sure my name helps, too. Bars D, thoughts on NewsCypher? Haven't looked into it, my man. If I did, I'd have some thoughts, but I don't have any because I haven't looked into it. Appreciate your tip, though. So now, let's talk about... Nah, not Bitcoin. Let's get into these airdrops. So, airdrop. I mean, where I saw this one, I didn't even know about it. I literally was, you know, opening my computer this morning to start research, you know, what I'm going to talk about for this live stream, and this is what brought me to this topic, was this guy's post, past Tuesday. Remember to claim your badger. Got a free PS5. I was like, what? And so I was like, okay, how is this one so valuable? I'm like, that's more than Uniswaps. More on the level as Uniswaps. And then this guy says, is this an inside joke? I want a free PS5. And then this guy gives you the details. So what are the details? And you guys, I mean, a large majority of us in here can claim this airdrop. I claimed it because I did one of the actions. And the more actions you do, I'm pretty sure the more you get, but I'm not 100% sure on that. What I did was I supplied or borrowed WBTC on Compound. I actually made a video on that. There was actually some really good opportunities on Compound a while ago. So I'm sure a lot of the Chico Army members did too because of that video. So you can probably claim the Honey Badger Hunt airdrop. But there's, I mean, close to 22 qualifying actions. Participate in sushi governance, supplied borrowed WBTC on Compound, made a cartel DAO members, deposited and borrowed WBTC on Aave, participated in Urine Finance governance, participated in YAM governance, minted WBTC, minted RenBTC, minted SBTC, the Lao members, deposited in SBTC and RenBTC pools on Curve, participated in OneHive governance, provided liquidity for WBTC and the ETH pool on Balancer, supplied or borrowed WBTC on Maker, donated to Gitcoin, which I'm sure some of you have, provided liquidity for WBTC and ETH pool on Uniswap, member of the dOrg DAO, and you minted TBTC, or you have participated in Harvest Finance Governance. So you guys, yeah, I should have included the link to go claim, but actually I can put it in the chat, so. Oh, and thank you for the tips, guys. Let me get to those. And that is to claim, you guys. So if you've done any of those actions, get them and claim. I mean, why the heck not? Jesus, you guys are tipping a lot. Porte Luxis, thank you for your $20 tip, man. And just throwing a tip. And same with you, all SASL. Are you talking about your age, your gender, and your location? You rock, Chico. I appreciate it, man. Scotty P. Brooks is our Schrodinger's crypto guy. Is he for us? Yeah, that's true. It's hard to tell. You should make a shirt like that. The Schrodinger of crypto and Brian Brooks's face, like. Great space life. Do you own some sweet honey? Yes, I do. Silu, hey Chico, if you get a chance, look into DTube. It's similar to YouTube, but decentralized. Content creators can earn DTube. Would love to watch my videos on there. Yeah, I might actually do that here soon. I should be doing multi-streaming to multi-platforms more than what I do. I do Theta and YouTube right now, and I also post to Facebook with my content, and a few other places, but that's through YouTube. You know, I'm reposting a YouTube link. Facebook, I'm actually uploading the content. And Theta, I do too. VODs. Oh, no, thank you, Link 2020. You're the man. Or the woman. I can't say that by your name. I mean, you can't really say that to a person's name, what gender they are. I know people identify with whatever gender they please. But I knew some girls back in my high school, a pair of sisters that were named Randy and Tony. If I saw like the name Tony, I would thought that's a dude. Style exteriors. I know you don't like talking about coins you don't follow, but your number one holding is Link. So what are my thoughts on API 3? Thanks, brother. I've been seeing a lot about that. That's all I can say. Seeing a lot about it in my Telegram channel, on Twitter, which necessarily, I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, you get people talking about it, but is it organic or is it a coordinated shill? That's what I come down to in crypto, because coordinated shills are more than common. So I haven't heard of it, though. And I'm not calling it a coordinated shill, but I'm just saying, do your due diligence into it being mentioned so much, because that's all I've seen is it being mentioned a lot, and that may be organic. I don't know. PH, thank you for your $5 tip, man. Thumbs up right back at ya. And V Knight, thank you for your $10 tip. Just throwing it out. Joseph Stewart, see, this is what I'm talking about. This prime example. Joseph asking me about API 3 and tipping me for it. Coordinated? I don't know. Or do people really like it? What are my thoughts on Hex? Moneymaker for Richard Hart. That's all. Which, I mean, and Richard Hart, he talks the truth. He doesn't deny that. But he says, you know, what about the other projects? And a lot of projects, that's what they're out to, is make money. I mean, that's the goal in life for most people, is to provide. And the only way to provide is, you know, secure your wealth. So I don't like it, though. It doesn't provide anything of value. Carlos Banos, good video, Chico. Hey, Chico, your thoughts on Polkastarter, building Polkaswap compared to Sora? I haven't looked at Polkastarter, POL, but I am bullish on Polkaswap and Zora Network. We're going to talk about that. How am I feeling on HoneySwap? I own a little bit of Honey, and I like it. Yes, very useful thing, and I'm surprised it's not used more. Kind of makes me go. API 3 built HoneySwap API Marketplace. Interesting. Another tip for it. Thank you guys. I appreciate all your tips. Now let's get into the other airdrop. So Badger, definitely take a look at this one. But hey, Zora. So this might go down in history as cheap. I mean, even better than my Chainlink call, because it has been better than my Chainlink call. I got Zora, made my first videos around buck, around here. And yeah, it surged to over 125 during the DeFi bubble, summer bubble. And it has already surpassed that. And it's just below it right now, a little bit. So that is good. I mean, it's recovered. A lot of projects haven't recovered back from their lows after the DeFi crash. And that's good to see. And you may be like, well, what does this have to do with an airdrop? The recovery and I mean, the bullishness has to do a lot with an airdrop too. So, Zora just tweeted today, the Val token has been released and Zora farming is live. So actually the validator token, Val, got released a little bit ago. I would say last week, 2 weeks ago. And Zora farming went live today. So this is the Zora farm. I love it because it, has Anime Girl and it looks great. I'm going to actually start playing around with it probably after the live stream. But this doesn't have to do with necessarily the airdrop. You can do validator tokens and they have them ready for once valid. And this makes me think the airdrop is coming soon to you guys. Is they have a Zora and validator pool, validator and ETH pool, and a Zora and ETH farming pools. Why would they have two validator pools if, most people within their ecosystem don't have them? Very small group have the validator tokens right now. And I unfortunately missed it by like a week, probably. Zora, they did their token swap over to, not necessarily a token swap. They had a bridge so you could move some of your Zora tokens over to Uniswap ERC20s. And they capped it, how all of that went down. Well, if I would have found out about Zora a week earlier before the Uniswap stuff, I would have had my validator tokens. And I don't know how much they're going for right now, but they're at $4, the Val tokens, because they did get airdropped to the V1 holders. Not that many, only 33 million as right now. And not all of those have been claimed whatsoever. But here is regarding this airdrop. So basically, all ERC20 Zora holders, they're moving over to the Zora V2 mainnet, which they say down here is coming in between December 2020 and February 2021. So we're getting, in the middle of that. I would say somewhere in January, maybe this month, end of December. It'd be nice if they got it out before Christmas. Which, if you're watching the video, do it, Zora Deem. But basically, 94.57 Val will be airdropped per XOR to ERC20 XOR holders during the first year of the Zora V2 network. Not necessarily all of them at once. They are going to be distributed over the year, but I'm pretty sure a bulk of those do get airdropped. So, another big airdrop. Might come this month, you guys. It might come in... it's not going to come in February. It better not. Power pool and Wi-Fi is going to shoot CVP back up. Can't wait to see that fade to beard. I don't know if I'm going to go full bald or have a nice old fade. We'll see. Ricky the Bud. Keep up the great work, Chico. Love you, man. I love you too, Ricky the Bud. API 3 is by the people who ran the biggest node for Chainlink. It's on-chain Oracle. You need to look into it, brother. It's revolutionary. Okay. I get it, guys. You want me to look into it? Chill out with the shill. But that is airdrop number 2. So Badger you can claim right now. Zora, December, early January, I would predict. Validator tokens. And then this one I've actually talked about. This one is no timeline like these. This one could come out of nowhere. And I actually already made a video on this one. And I think this one's going to be bigger than people can imagine. Because it is one of the protocols I see coming and pushing forward as regulations start causing others to kind of scatter. It's dYdX. They do have big backers. Anderson Horowitz. I think Coinbase is involved. But I made a video November on this one. And it's on an ad.
Guy maintenance, right? Next up, Carvana.
Oh boy, Carvana.
Had it on the time.
So what could be another Uniswap coming in 2021 that already has a successful product built? That's dYdX, the decentralized derivatives exchange built with smart contracts. Thus, you can trade margin and even perpetuals and it can't be shut down. And with the regulatory crackdowns on their centralized competitors, BitMEX ring a bell, this one seems to be falling right in place. So dYdX, it's DeFi infrastructure that doesn't have a token. It's been live and running using borrowing and lending pools to power its exchange. Pools like Uniswap has LP pools? Yeah, you can interact with dYdX by not even trading. You can lend the traders liquidity to margin trade with through their pools. Similarities to Uniswap, huh? Well, now I just want to play this clip from dYdX founder Antonio Giuliano on the Crypto Testers podcast. They asked about a dYdX token. Let's listen in.
With Fundrise.
Oh, screw you, YouTube, and you playing ads. So, Antonio, he says that they have talked about the token, and basically he drops it. I was already thinking when it was playing, I was like, I shouldn't play this. It's a pretty long clip. If you guys want to watch it, prepare an airdrop bigger than Uniswap soon. So, those ones are coming. That one, it could be this month, it could be first quarter 21. It couldn't happen. But I would interact with dYdX if I were you. Not necessarily go bung-holio crazy on margin trading, but just go, play around with it. Maybe add some liquidity to their liquidity pool. That type of thing. Can you tell me if I have XOR token on Uniswap liquidity pool, will I receive the airdrop? Keep up the good work. That's a question I can answer. I would go into their Telegram, Amir. I am not the Zora team, so I don't know that. Chris Avery, you're retracting messages? What did you say? Thank you for your tip, man. $25. Jesus Christ, guys. Have you heard of DRC, Digital Reserve Currency, and what do I think about it? No, I haven't, Hector. I can't put my thoughts out there because I haven't heard of it. So if it's your first time here, I don't necessarily take tips for tokens. It's one thing I don't like to do, because then just live streams are taken up with tips for tokens. What is up with DPI and DXD? I don't know. Interesting to hear that. I would be pumped if there was something going on between the two. Lots of Polka projects going to pop in 2021. PCX Chainx, is it on your radar? Yes, that is one that has been around. They do have functioning, and I do see them being a parachain slot. Timothy Dej, hey bro, what do you think about Zcash? Now that you'll have Wrap ZC or Ren ZC in DeFi, I know Zuku and Vitalik are close. Could its having be rewarding like BTC in the past? I'm more bullish on Monero, personally. But Zcash is getting integrated with, and Zero Knowledge, more with Ethereum, and I like Ethereum. But if you go back and you look at some confiscations by authorities, they were able to, you know, put a name to wallets with Zcash, Bitcoin, and an Ethereum. The only one they weren't able to was Monero. And it seems to be the only crypto that really pisses them off. When will you cut your hair? What you hiding in there, by the way? A squirrel. No, I'm hiding this kitty, Wayne. I was going to pull him out from behind me. So yeah, no, let's talk about a few more airdrops. I know there's only 3 tokens on there, but Flare Network, go all in XRP. That is a total joke. Do not. But I don't blame anybody if they want to participate in this, because it is, you know, it's probably going to do well. Because they have all that VC money, they've paid the CoinDesk, they've paid the Cointelegraph, they're going to have articles, it's going to be pushed in your face, so I don't blame anybody, but I'm not going to, because I don't participate in stuff I don't like, just because it's money. But I'm a lot different than other people. So, Stormbound, talking about it. I mean, I don't blame if people want to participate. I don't care about X. I mean, if you watch my video on it, I showed you guys. They're not ready for DeFi. They're not ready for anything. I'll tell you that right now. They're not ready for Ethereum DeFi. If you're just going to be a silo with smart contracts, so many projects have done that. There are hundreds of them. And did it work in 2017? Why are all of them connecting to Ethereum? Okay, because they need to. Okay, Flare Network says they're going to be Ethereum compatible. Where's the bridge? It's not there. They don't have it built. My thoughts on Uni, I'm still holding all my airdrops. I haven't bought any. No, haven't bought any, but I'm holding all my airdrops, and I'll continue to hold it for a long, long time. I got a pretty good airdrop because I had provided liquidity and I had more than a couple wallets interact with Uniswap. Nathan Solomon, hey, thoughts on injection protocol? Seems similar to dYdX. Haven't heard of it, but decentralized margin trading protocols are interesting with what's coming out. Yo, did you check out ETFs on DeFi like ETFX.finance? No, I haven't. Is it just tokenized coins like Index or PIDAO? Zach Smith, Zora Citizen here. You'll receive the Val airdrop if you are farming with XOR on Zora Farm, so no need to worry. But be aware of impermanent loss. Oh, yes. Providing liquidity, I mean, you may lose money. You gotta learn about what you're doing with liquidity providing. So, I mean, I recommend it as an alternative avenue for increasing your crypto stacks, but know what you're doing, research, play on the testnet first. I don't know if you can play on the testnet, though. That would work. Yeah, so I mean, probably gonna do well. XRP is probably gonna do well. December 12th. But regarding airdrops, there's a couple websites out there, and none of them are that good. Actually, there's airdrops.io. You gotta sort through a bunch of crap, because, I mean, there's a DAI airdrop coming up, too. But a lot of this is just baloney. So, I mean, there's no, and this just goes to show you that there's an opportunity here, for a really good, airdrop calendar, you know, that just refreshes itself I think it should be simple, like just a plain website, single page, nothing else, and it just has all the days for the month on there with what's happening on each day. And you can go to the next month by clicking more or whatever. But there's not a nice one. All of them are really cruddy. They have some good stuff you might find, but none of them have like Zora on their validator. I mean, none of them have the Honey Badger one. Some of them don't even have freaking ripples. It's like, come on. This is probably the best one. Coindar.org. It probably is one of the most deep ones. And it's not necessarily just an airdrop calendar. It's just a crypto calendar. Carlos Banos, hey Chico, what are my thoughts on Aragon for a potential as a coin? I am not invested in Aragon yet, but have been eyeing it highly because I am bullish on DAOs. Hello, sir. This month's token pick. I don't have a token pick like up my sleeve, man. It comes when it comes. So, I'm talking about a few. Hunter, I appreciate your tip. Nathan Solomon, have you used Crypto Sheet for Excel? Seems like a safer way to track a crypto portfolio versus an app. Yeah, that's why I really don't use any of the applications to track Blockfolio and all that, because, I mean, I have it in my head. In my head, in my head, zombie. Miley did a rendition of that. If you like Miley Cyrus. Isaac K. Hey Chico, I heard you say a couple times that the Trezor wallet is safer than Ledger. Why? You also said that a paper wallet's better than both. What's bad about hardware? I think it has to do with open source of some of the tech. Ledger hasn't open sourced a certain thing while Trezor's fully open source. I don't quote me on that. Things might have changed. That was a while ago. But a paper wallet's more secure than anything because, again, it's a paper wallet. If you generated that offline in an air-gapped machine, there's nothing safer than that. In your head. Nothing safer than in your head. I mean... So if you can remember a 24-word phrase or private key, in your head. Oh, crypto culture just got the airdrop. Hey, go crypto and culture. Hey, Chico, when will you start your research on Origin Trail? They will have a liftoff event on the 17th of December. Greetings from the community. I do need to look a little bit deeper. It's nothing like no hate on any project. It's just, I don't know, just the stars haven't aligned. I don't know. It's not like I'm trying to avoid projects. It's just, for some reason, it hasn't piqued my interest. But I'm not saying it won't. I'm always researching. I mean, if there's big something that I'm missing, try to drop it in my Telegram group. I'm always going back through. You can send me a PM. I'm probably not going to answer because I get hundreds of freaking messages. But I look at them. It's just I can't answer them, you guys. I know a lot of people think I'm annoying you, and I am. No, I'm kidding, you guys. But I am, kind of. But I don't have the time anymore. It would take me all day. I would not have any time to myself. I would go crazy. I'm already going kind of crazy, if you haven't noticed. So, chill out with the PMs. Top picks this month. Dude, Hunter, I appreciate your tips, but you always ask me these questions. I don't have top picks up my sleeve. I'm not like deciding, hey, Wednesday of next week, I'm going to make a top pick video. No. It's just some days I'm like, damn, that's cool with that coin. Oh, that coin, let's make a, top pick video. Yeah. So now let's talk about it. I mean, this has been one of my top picks for a while. I do believe it's one of the better scaling solutions for Ethereum because it's one of the ones that's ready right now, fully ready for a vast array of dApps. I mean, it doesn't need certain tooling built for it. I mean, and a lot of these other scaling solutions, that's where they falter, is they're not fully Ethereum compatible. And a lot of them actually are copying using xDai's tech. And Matic is an example of that. Matic does have more transactions on it right now, but I guarantee those do die down soon. Matic is paying people to go on top of their chain, and they are probably, in my opinion, spamming their chain with transactions. But if you see what their block explorer is, does it look similar to someone you know? It's because it's xDai's. They forked their block explorer. It's xDai's tech. And it's not only limited to other, I mean, and this is what baffles me too, is people hate on xDai, yet they'll use their technology. Like, and I'm not saying Off-Chain Labs and Arbitrum and anyone has said that, but Off-Chain Labs, for their roll-up tech and their testnet, they forked the burner wallet, burner.arbitrum.com. If you know what the burner wallet is, it's built by David Mihal, and he built it for xDai. And then if you go back to this tweet, Austin Griffith, he's a big xDai proponent. He put together great Ethereum tooling workshops, actual, I don't know what to call them, components, things to help developers get going on Ethereum to make it really easy. And he was actually retweeted by the Ethereum Foundation. He's a big proponent of xDai. And then here, right here, this is Makamoto Inoue. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he is ENS, and he said, basically, in addition to xDai, he wants to try some other compatible chains. Matic, Scale, we're close to tied. And then Mark Zeller of, I don't know what he is of. It looks like Avagache. He said, I'm a big fan of Baranov and what they've done. And he said, plus, and then David Mihal says, plus, xDai has moved from POA to DPoS. They're the Ethereum killer. David Mihal, he is bullish on xDai as well. And Makamoto Inoue of ENS, I mean, if you go to his Twitter right now, it's xDai. It's full of xDai. Kickback, ENS, Nifty, I mean, all xDai talk. And people don't... Wait a minute, is this up? I don't know what that is up for. And this is one of the bigger things, too, for xDai, you guys. So, if you didn't know, the Ethereum Foundation is the picker helping Reddit pick who's going to win. And I didn't notice this. This came out recently. I mean, just updated probably a week or two ago. But on Ethereum.org and their dApp section, you go down to their editor's choices, which was just recently updated. They have 4 dApps on there. Uniswap, Dark Forest, Foundation, and Pool Together. 2 of these are built on xDai. The 2 in the middle. Dark Forest and Foundation. I don't see any other dApps built on Matic. I don't see any other dApps built on that are being pushed, you guys. And if you go to this too, this is Kayvon. So wonderful to see recognition from the Ethereum mothership. He basically said their app being, picked by the Ethereum Foundation. It's alongside some other great applications. And this is actually Dark Forest. This is the zero knowledge game. So actually Dark Forest, it will go to Ethereum first. If you see right here, checking the Ethereum mainnet, error, gas price is too high. falling back to L2, connected to the xDai L2 network. And Foundation app is pretty freaking sweet. Foundation is basically a Uniswap-inspired limited edition liquidity pool type buyers and sellers market. So you can sell digital items as well as physical items too. Limited items. That's what it focuses on. Topics. Oh, Tony Hunter. What do I think of the latest XRT run? It was awesome. I'm stoked with my oldens. Janazwa Gilani. Check DeFi Diversify Exchange. Private by default. I will, maybe. I appreciate your tip, man. Got my Badger drop. Thank you, buddy. Hurrah, General Tyler. Heck yeah, you guys. I appreciate I could help you guys out. Oh, I like that. Toss a coin to your Chico, a valley of plenty. Oh. Code coffee code. Thoughts on Zenfuse, Zfuse. Looks very promising. There's some random clip on YouTube where Vitalik gives it praise. I don't know. I haven't heard of it. But I did see, like, haven't heard of it in technical sense, like what it does. But I did see that clip going around. But there was that same kind of thing happening in 2017 where projects would meet Vitalik at conferences, get him to sit down and just say their project's name, record them, and then say they have a partnership with them. And that may be remnants left over of that. Be freaking careful. But that's just me playing devil's advocate, which I like to do if you haven't noticed. Oh, and if you guys want to hear me play devil's advocate, there's one thing I hate about xDai. If you've noticed my percentage, you guys, I'm a fundamentalist all the time. I mean, I've noticed xDai is a scaling solution. There's a reason some of the main developers are looking towards it. I do not like their tokenomics, and I do not like the investors behind xDai. Neo Global Capital and those guys are a part investor in xDai. And I'm sure they were a definite big reason for this. And this. Be careful. And that's, again, why it's small percentage. I'm bullish on the tech, and I'm very bullish on it. I mean, long term, it's going to be well, because the shitty VC investors get shaken out eventually. But devil's advocate right there. So yeah, basically Kayvon, he put out a tweet thread here just a couple weeks ago, or last month. We're committed to building on the edge of what's possible in Web3. Our move to xDai is the most recent example. If you want to see the pattern, let me connect the dots for you. They built out in May their AMM model, tailor-made for creators. In June, they committed to xDai's base currency, and their October, them moving to L2 to shield their users from the operating costs of L1. And here's actually a project here recently moved from xDai, and I want to again just tell you guys, be careful of this, because there's going to be a lot of this going down. Brian Flynn of Audius, he came in basically and said on a tweet that said, is xDai Ethereum? He says, there's no such thing as layer 2 since block space is fungible. xDai is clever branding to appeal to Ethereum maximalists. And where did Audius move, you guys? Audius, the decentralized Spotify, is moving to Solana. And some people are like, well, was the tech better? No, if you read into the article, there's an agreement between the two teams that involves technical support, deliverables for support, and incentives, aka cash money. They paid them. xDai doesn't pay people to go build on their chain. They just build because it's better. And a lot of the projects do pay. Matic is one of them. I mean, Ripple's gonna be one of them. They're not paying much. They better pay more. Binance is definitely one of them. But Aggro Trader basically sums it up. Kavon says, Aggro gets it. No, because the native token for Solana isn't dependent on Ethereum. xDai cannot run without xDai and dAI, which can only be minted on mainnet, which is why it's branded a sister chain. That's 100%. And even Matic's better than Solana, because Matic is still a sister chain. It's a crappy Binance-controlled sister chain, but it's still a sister chain. How will the Theta update enhance its use cases? I don't know, personally. I do know smart contracts are coming for Theta, so I'm sure a lot more things can be done. I mean, there's already, semi-use cases, but I'm sure a lot of the use cases built into Theta, like the giveaways and stuff, they're not decentralized right now, and that's what Theta's pushing for, so... Oh, and this is big, you guys, too. Mise Go Network, OMG, another scaling, who I think is crap. I've been saying it. They're on suicide watch after the CEO sells the network and his 20 million tokens to some random crypto startup, Hong Kong VC. And so probably they're gonna... Yeah, it's not good for OMG. I wouldn't be a part of it. I mean, it's only getting like 5 transactions. And this is what's interesting, too, to me about Omise. So Omise put out their Plasma versus Optimistic rollups post. If you didn't know, Omise Go and Optimistic Ethereum, who was formerly Plasma Group, close. So this was put out by them when the rollup started coming out. And this is their plan, you guys. This was the plan between the two. We anticipate a world where high-volume transactions, such as Tether, are conducted on more valuable Plasma, aka OMG, for its efficiency and cost, while smart contracts and low-volume transactions are scaled by rollups. Together, they can alleviate a tremendous amount of strain on ETH, allowing the network to meet increasingly more demand decentralized use case. It's not happening. Go is not being used. That's all I gotta say. So, now I'm actually going to get into a project who I'm getting pretty interested in. It is called Decentralized Flexible Organizations. This is DFO Hub. So basically, it's a infrastructure service for, developers who want to build on top of Ethereum. And this was built actually from an Ethereum within the community. And it's basically the whole package. Microservices, voting, and everything all in one. And they have the dApp launched right now. And there's projects pushing out on it, DFOs. Pretty easy to connect. I'm on my wrong wallet. But creating one's pretty easy, searching by them. Ooh, also, you're able to set up pretty much liquidity mining for your DFO. Pretty simple, too. And like I did say, you guys, this was put on by an Ethereum. So they'd had the EdCon conference here in August, a couple months ago. And big players. I mean, if you notice all the players in here, they work for, either the Ethereum Foundation, a cryptocurrency that's either in the top 100, top 200. And, there is Alessandro Mario, Ethereum co-inventor of DFO Hub. And if you look at the build token, compared to who else was there, that's not it. I don't think they're listed on CoinGecko yet. So, I'm saying there's opportunity, especially in the DAO infrastructure space. I mean, there's a few other, and I mean, they're not necessarily a DAO. They're more than a DAO. I mean, really, you have, you know, ERC20 tokens, you know, smart contracts. Then you have DAOs. The tip of the iceberg is those. Below the iceberg is, you know, DFOs and microservices built into a lot of these organizations. Oh, and then you guys want to talk about Robonomics, XRT. So yeah, they had a really good, you know, run up. I mean, over the past month, went from low of 428, got over $33, recovered a lot of the gains. And I covered it all the way back in August, saying it was a must-have altcoin, you guys. And one of the reasons I felt it should be an altcoin you should have was this.
Well, Robonomics is in a serious position. Number one, they have already launched a parachain on Kusama, which is the canary network of Polkadot. If you're planning on becoming a parachain on DOT, you better be building on Kusama first, which...
So, yeah, they launched their first Robonomics parachain on Kusama all the way back in July. And then just here, the lease offering. This basically guarantees their parachain spot on Kusama for 2 years. So this is super bullish for XRT because it basically means they're doing everything to become a parachain on Polkadot. So if you want to obtain a parachain slot on Polkadot, it's not like Ethereum. There are only reserved slots. It's a Dutch auction for these slots. A lot more complex than Ethereum, how slots get filled and they are leased out. And if you want to obtain one, there is a path, a recommended path to doing it. So, parachain deployment to Rococo, the parachain testnet for Polkadot, and Kusama. This will allow projects to verify the soundness of their tech before deploying on a platform with real economic consequences. I'm pretty sure Robonomics has done both of those. After the technology is sufficiently developed, the parachain should be deployed to Kusama. They're already through multiples of these steps compared with a lot of the other projects that aren't. So I do believe Robonomics is going to fill one of the initial Polkadot slots, and the markets are catching on to that. Jesus, guys, tipping me like a mad... Search for GS1 and the Origin Trail. I will like ye. I will. I'll check it out. Thanks for your tip, Luku. Pokemon. Love your content, Chico. You're the messiah. Which exchange do you use for long-term limit orders for buying the dips? I am not a trader. I'm a fundamentalist. I buy projects to hold long-term. I do a little bit of day trading, but I do most of my trading on Uniswap right now. I am not an exchanger. I'm a decentralized fundamentalist. So, not the channel to ask me for that type of question. I appreciate your tip, but regarding that, you know, day trading and making money that way, because there is a lot of money being made like that. Use a holistic approach of fundamentalism and technicals. I would almost put more weight on a 60-40 weight on fundamentals versus technicals. But I'm a tried and true fundamentalist. You're not going to find me day trading often. AHWACW. What do I think of Spider DAO Polkadot projects? Polkadot tweeted about them. A privacy DAO. Interesting. I will take a look. I haven't heard of it yet. Tokeswap.net. Elastos to Ethereum bridge. Interesting. TalkSwap. I'll check it out. Oh, actually, I'm not. Because you could be leading me to Tyler, don't do them stupid thing. That's rookie move. Caught myself. Don't forget about XRT's sister token. Oh, Scotty P. Yes, so there is RWS. I'll let you guys do the research, but definitely look into their sister token. Code Coffee Codes. Infuse is a client app that will allow you to connect to all exchanges via API for one-stop shop for trading and portfolio balancing. Interesting. I don't know if I would use it because I'm not, like I said, a trader. I don't want it messing around with my stuff. God damn, that good. Oh, wrong link. I'm still not going to your links, you guys. I no matter if you tip me, I appreciate it, but people could be leading me to bad stuff, like a porno or something, and I get kicked off of YouTube. Oh, and now finally, so I am coming out with my news media website, Blockchain Leaks, the most trustless name in news. You know, we are trustless. A lot of people hate that name. I'm like, do you not know blockchains are trustless? Come on. But yeah, let the tears flow. Our drip, it's releasing soon. So we gonna be dripping. And I am accepting journalist applications still. We are going to be releasing this month, no matter what. I know I was saying end of this month, but development is development. I don't control that. I'm not a developer. And we want to get it right upon launch. We want this to be running autonomously. We want it to be awesome. And that's how things are going to have to go. But that's good for journalists. So I am still reviewing applications. Don't think I have forgot you. Be looking out in your email for me replying. But I am still looking for people to submit content and work with us. And grow with us. Because eventually, Blockchain Leaks and the media website will evolve into a decentralized autonomous organization. So, what types of content would you like to produce? DeFi and Ethereum, Bitcoin, investigative journalism, or just your general crypto news and updates? We're looking for it all. So, simple application. You don't have to send me your resume or anything. Just send me your email address, include that so I can reply to you, and a sample. It doesn't have to be super long. 3 paragraphs would work for me. I can get the gist. But, you know, if you have, you know, articles already written, I would submit those, but... And finally, I end the episodes off with asking everybody in here to kindly give me a follow on my other social outlets. I'm on the book, Zuck, Schmuck. Just post my content on there, because they actually let you upload. They don't like my video? What? They block it? Oh, I was going to say, screw you, Facebook. Yeah, so follow me on Facebook. I'm also on Facebook's sister, Instagram. I mean, it's just largest social outlets. And then I'm also on the decentralized platform Uptrend. Posting on there. I'm level 22. You level up. I like that about Uptrend. And yeah, that's about it for the stream, you guys. So I appreciate all 1,927 of you tuning in. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Do I expect alts to moon once 20K is crossed? Not necessarily right after, but I mean, if you haven't noticed, it's alt season right now. It's not like ballistic alt season for every coin. That only lasts for like a week or two. But there are coins pumping. I mean, if you sort by 7-day, it's not Bitcoin up top. It's altcoins. It's alt season. You're just not noticing it. That's why there's hashtag on this alt season. It's alt season. I also miss airdrop list. Join list. Would appreciate a quick list. Okay, so the airdrops we talked about. Number 1 is Honey Badger, the Badger Hunt airdrop. Link to claim this one is going to be posted one more time. Right here. And you can claim this one by doing different DeFi actions. I'm sure it's not as much as a PS5 right now, but it was earlier on today. And different DeFi actions. List of them. I'm not going to list them all off again. Second one is Zora. They are going to be airdropping ERC20 XOR holders validator tokens. They're taking the snapshot, so I would, you know, this is going to be a big one, in my opinion. They're one of the first along with the CBDC. And then the other one is not necessarily a timeline with this, because Zora could come out probably December this month, early next month. And then dYdX, no timeline. It could come out of nowhere. It couldn't come. But there is talk of it, and this one would be big. Spiked right back up. People drop out. Thought I was leaving. Whoa, thanks for joining me back, you guys. Alright, guys. Well, I am going to... Oh, did I miss any tips? Don't want to miss you guys. Alright, guys. Well, I am going to still be streaming for a little bit on Theta, so come view me on there. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. Actually, Monday's video is going to be interesting. Cardano, Polkadot, and Ethereum. I'll see you guys then. Cheers!